it's like $1.10 every month. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
I want to share some ideas with you to help you wind down at night and get you to sleep earlier without relying on your phone.
Perfect.
I know you've been having trouble with staying up late scrolling, so these strategies are meant to help your body and mind transition into a calm, sleepy state. The goal is to make falling asleep easier and more natural, which will also help you wake up feeling refreshed for cross practice and school. So one of the first things you can try is gentle yoga or a full body stretching in the evening. Even 10 to 15 minutes can make a big difference. For example, you could start with a child's pose to stretch your back and shoulders, then move into cat-cow to loosen your spine. Forward folds are also great for stretching your hamstrings and letting your upper body relax. And you can add a supine twist to release tension in your lower back and finish off with light stretching in your neck and legs. Have you ever tried any yoga or had any experience with stretching?
Yeah, I've done yoga before, and I feel like I always feel good after, but I've never thought to do it like before bed or anything.
Yeah, it's definitely a great thing to incorporate into your daily routine if you can, and you get that same feeling, right, if you try to bring it back each day. I personally was introduced to yoga and full body stretching about 3 years ago, and I like to start from the ground up. So I begin by curling my toes and lightly pressing down on the mat through the one foot while balancing on the opposite leg to elicit a crack in the tarsometatarsal joints, which is like your toe knuckles. So you know how people like crack their hands? I gotta do the same with my toes. And then I'll just kind of work my way up throughout the body, doing the calves, the anterior tibialis by sitting on your heels in like what's called a thunderbolt pose. And just working through the legs, the hips, the back, the spine, chest, all the way up, shoulders, arms, and to the neck and head. I mean, regardless of how you choose to approach yoga or stretching, there's a few key points to keep in mind. While you do these stretches, focus on taking slow, deep breaths. Inhaling fully through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth signals your body to relax and lowers your heart rate. I had a great experience with it last night. I was actually going through like a full body session, and I don't know if I should say this on the interview, but I've been getting sober from, I smoke weed a lot, so I've been getting sober, and I've been trying to incorporate those, better practices, and it's almost like I was high, like doing the breathing and the exercises, and you kind of replace that stimulation high with something natural, and it's really nice.
Oh,
awesome. To make this more effective, think of your yoga or stretching routine as a sleep cue. So over time, your body will start to associate these movements and breathing with bedtime, so just doing them will help you feel ready to sleep. Now let's talk about your phone. Even a few minutes of scrolling can keep your brain alert and make it harder to fall asleep. Blue light from the screen suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. One option is to use the red screen mode on your iPhone. So there's instructions. Yeah, I'll just show you here if I can get it up. Okay, so you can triple click on a shortcut and get a fully red screen to eliminate the blue light. I'll try to show that to the camera if it works. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. So you can triple click a shortcut, get a red screen.
I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah, I can show you after the interview if you want. So I wrote down all the instructions, but yeah, you go to settings, accessibility, display and text size, and then there's like color filter options, and you can kind of mess around with that. But yeah, it cuts out most of the blue light, and really helps you get ready for bed in the last hour. And it just helps transition your brain, let it shut down and relax, and kind of get away from your busy day. Wait for that plane to pass. So, this greatly reduces blue light, allowing for much less disruption to your natural circadian rhythm before sleep. Another strategy is to create a phone-free zone in your bedroom, or at least put it across the room while you wind down. Have you had any experience trying some of those strategies?
Not since I was little. Like my mom would take my phone at night.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be forced into it. I ended up catching a cold, which sort of forced me into stopping smoking, and then it was something I needed at the time. Going through enough personal stuff, sometimes you kind of need to be pushed into it by the universe or whatever you believe in, right? If you need your phone for alarms or music, you can switch it on to Do Not Disturb mode to avoid notifications. Limiting your phone use before bed is one of the most important steps you can take because it allows your brain to move from the busy scrolling mode into a calm, sleepy state. In addition to stretching and phone management, creating a consistent wind-down routine is very helpful. Your routine could include brushing your teeth, washing your face, changing into comfortable clothes, and dimming the lights about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can add a few relaxing activities like reading a favorite book or journaling. Journaling is useful because it lets you write down your thoughts, worries, or tasks for tomorrow while also reflecting on the day you've just completed. Doing this prevents your mind from replaying the day or any future worries while you're trying to fall asleep. Even just 5 minutes of journaling can make a noticeable difference. Have you had any experience with journaling?
Not so much journaling, but I like to keep like a to-do list of
Nice.
things I have to do throughout the day or like throughout the week.
Right, kind of like whiteboard stuff
Yeah.
and planning it out. Yeah, that's good. Mindfulness and relaxation exercises can also help signal your body that it's time for sleep. So you could try a guided meditation, a body scan, or simple breathing exercises. For instance, the 4-7-8 breathing technique is where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8. That one's a bit more challenging if you're not used to deep breathing. Another option is box breathing, which is 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out, and 4 second hold again. You want to try one quick box breath?
Sure.
So it's 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, and then 4 hold. So you're just thinking 4, 4, 4. So 4 in, hold, 4 out, and then a 4 hold.
That does feel nice.
Yeah, deep breaths. Breathing is really a powerful exercise. Most people don't think about it, even myself. I find myself kind of like hunched over at my laptop,
Yeah.
like not thinking about what I'm doing at all. But yeah, if you take a few moments just to take some deep breaths, really shifts your focus. And I mean, it's the most important thing to keep you alive and alert. And it really does help calm you down and calm your nervous system for a moment. Where are we here? So progressive muscle relaxation is also another excellent technique. You can tense each muscle group for a few seconds and then release, starting at your toes and working up to your head. So sometimes in bed I'll try that. I normally don't tense. I normally just sort of breathe in a deep breath and sort of visualize the breath going down to like my toes.
Okay.
And then as I exhale and release, I sort of visualize that part of my body relaxing and shutting down. And I just work my way up throughout the whole body. Dimming your lights or using a soft or white noise can keep the room slightly cool. Oh, and keeping the room slightly cool. Around 18 to 21 degrees is always good because your brain needs to actually drop about a degree in temperature for you to fall asleep. Comfortable bedding is important too. Your bed should feel inviting, not uncomfortable or stiff. So you actually want to lie down when it's bedtime. Gentle movement before bed is another helpful strategy, especially since you're active on the lacrosse team. Even a short, slow walk of 5 to 10 minutes can help your muscles release tension from practice. You had any experience with doing short walks or any sort of small wind down activities?
Not usually before bed, but like in the summer, not so much now. I like me and my teammates would go for walks or like runs like
Nice.
throughout the day. But we typically like throughout the day, not before bed, but we could try that.
Right, yeah, that's good. Do you have anything else like personal that you do as like a small wind down activity maybe to try and relax?
Not really.
It's okay.
Yeah, my schedule looks different every day, so it just depends when I
Right.
get home. Usually I just go right to bed.
It's good that you're starting to incorporate something and you want to make a change then. Using a foam roller on your back or legs can also make a big difference, helping your body feel ready to rest. There are also small cognitive strategies that can help. Visualization can be effective. You can imagine a beach, quiet forest, or a peaceful scene. And gratitude practice works well as well, where you reflect on 3 positive things from your day. You can also set a worry cutoff time. If stressful things pop into your mind, you write them down in a notebook and tell yourself you'll deal with them tomorrow. This prevents your mind from running in circles as you try to fall asleep. So as a little summary here, putting all this together, you can start by putting your phone away around 8 or 9 p.m. Give yourself about an hour before you're going to sleep and allow yourself to calm down. You can make a tea, do some journaling, and just start to relax. Following that with your wind down ritual, maybe some reading or some mindfulness exercises, some breathing exercises or yoga before bed. Over time, your body will start to recognize these cues and help you fall asleep naturally closer to your target bedtime of 9:30 to 10:30. The important thing is to be consistent and patient with yourself. Habits like this don't change overnight. Taking small intentional steps every night will make a huge difference. Even if you slip up occasionally, what matters is sticking to the routine most nights and giving your body and mind the signals they need to transition to sleep. So these are all strategies you can experiment with. Gentle yoga and stretching, red light mode on your phone, phone-free bedroom, wind down routines with reading or journaling, mindfulness and breathing exercises, visualization, gratitude practice, and creating a calm, comfortable sleep environment. You can try 1 or 2 each night to see what works best for you. Over time, combining these strategies should make it much easier to fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. So I'll finish the session by asking, what do you plan to do first to incorporate into your nightly routine?
I think like the stretching and stuff, just because like we have like turf session and lift session. My like muscles are so tight, so I feel like doing that and like really winding down might help a lot. And also just like making sure that my phone is away during that time and just like focusing on breathing, because I do feel like when I like sometimes like I'll put my phone away when I realize it's getting late and like I'll just breathe, and I think that does help a lot. So I think incorporating all those strategies together.
Yeah, I think that's a great plan. I personally do a hot shower after any sort of exercise and then straight into stretching, and I think it's a really good technique to wind down, so I think that'll benefit you a lot. All right, I think we're done.
Perfect.